Hi, this is Philosophy81, and this video is about meditation preparation and the actual meditation exercise required for this course. So, preparation. You're going to need to find a quiet place in which to do your meditation. Now, that might be your bedroom, it might be, a park or the backyard. It could even be inside your car, but you need some place where you won't be disturbed for about 45 minutes. The other prep that you'll need is you'll need some sort of sitting thing, a cushion basically. Now, don't try and use a bed pillow. Those are too soft. What we're trying to achieve in your meditation is you're going to be sitting, hopefully on the floor. Okay? Obviously not if you're in the car, but hopefully on the floor, and you need to get your butt higher than your ankles. So let's say you're sitting cross-legged, right? And if you sit on like a bed pillow, it will just squish down. You want something that's going to give you 7 or 8 inches of lift. The reason is when your butt is higher than your ankles and your ankles and knees can help form a tripod that'll keep you from falling over. So I recommend things like maybe couch cushions or patio cushions, things that are fairly stiff. People have improvised and used some really ingenious things. Sleeping bags, still rolled up and inside, their stuff bag, those work. They're solid. There are a variety of other things. I mean, I have seen people use just all sorts of things, but as long as it gives you stability and keeps you from falling over, it's okay. Now, you probably will want to put something down on the ground. I recommend, if you don't have an actual pad, to use a couple of towels or maybe a beach towel folded over. And that will help pad your ankles so that your ankle bones aren't hitting the floor and uncomfortable. You can actually even use a stack of folded towels to be the one that lifts your butt up to get you higher. So now that you've got a comfortable place, a quiet place, a comfortable place to sit, you'll need to bear in mind to wear comfortable clothes. I mean, skinny jeans aren't going to cut it. You're going to be sitting there for 2 segments of 20 minutes, and you'll need to be able to fold up your legs. So skinny jeans, that kind of stuff, aren't going to do it. Take off your shoes, wear some sweat shorts or a t-shirt and sweatpants, whatever, I actually, since we're not doing it live, I don't care what you're wearing, if you're wearing anything at all, as long as it is something that is comfortable for you. So there are different types of sitting positions. The easiest and the main one is called the simple cross leg. It's Indian style, and you probably grew up thinking that it meant Indians from like Native Americans, but actually no, it means the Indian style of sitting from India, and that is just simply where you've got your legs crossed over with your ankles crossed. Now, there is a position called the full lotus, which is the most stable position, but difficult to achieve when you're a beginner. So if these were your legs crossed up, you would put one ankle up on the thigh of the cross leg, and then the other ankle on the thigh of that cross leg. Obviously, I'm using my arms. I cannot do the position. It is fairly difficult. But if you can do that, it creates the most stable way of holding you up. There's also called the half lotus, and that is where you have only one of the legs up on the opposite thigh. Whatever it is that you decide to do, experiment a little bit with these seated positions and find one that's comfortable. You're on your cushion. You want to be fairly forward on your cushion. If you sit too far back, then you want to fall over, and of course we don't want that. So fairly forward on your cushion. You want to be in a position that seems solid. And then there is the hand position. Now, you're going to do 2 20-minute segments of meditation, and I want you to use different hand positions for each of the 2 meditations. The hand positions are called mudras, and the first one that I want you to do for the first meditation is you take your non-dominant hand and you place it over or in your dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, you would switch it, but I am right-handed, so I take my left hand, I put it in top of my right hand, and what I'm going to do is place it against me. I want my thumbs to just touch lightly. Don't like press them into each other. Just let them touch lightly. Let it be natural, and then the blades of your hand are just resting here against your abdomen, against your belly. Don't be pushing it and harding it, pushing it in there hard. The idea is to be comfortable and relaxed and yet stable so that you don't fall over. So that's the meditation, or pardon me, the mudra for the first meditation. The second meditation is slightly different. You will take your thumb and place it over your middle finger, and just by doing that, it kind of holds your middle finger in place. So now that you have the two hands in that kind of position here, right, just rest the back of your hands on your thighs. Okay? Don't stretch them way out. You don't, again, let them fall naturally. So those are the two hand positions. What you're going to do during the meditation is simply breathe. Who knew, right? You're going to breathe and you're going to count your breaths. So counting the breath is just enough distraction to keep your overwhelming mind, or to overwhelm your calculating mind, so that you can be in the moment and you're not searching for anything, you're not trying to manifest any particular ideas, you're just breathing. You need to do it quiet, so again, you will need to be someplace where you're not going to be interrupted. Please don't play any music. Please turn off your cell phones, including the vibration. Get somewhere where you can be absolutely quiet and alone for 20 minutes. Pardon me, 2 segments of 20 minutes. So, what about the breathing? Just breathe naturally. But in the first meditation, do this. On either the out breath or the in breath, whichever feels more comfortable for you, count 1. And you're just going to count 1 through 10. So let's say you breathe in, 1, breathe out. Breathe in, 2, breathe out. Don't start counting and try to keep your breath up with your counting. Breathe and make your counting fit your breathing. You'll count from 1 to 10. That's it. When you hit 10, start back over to 1. It sounds really simple, but it may be harder than you expect. So when you stop counting, that may happen, probably will. You'll forget to count, and you'll realize, I'm sitting here breathing, but I didn't count. Just start counting again. Okay. Sometimes when we're trying to count, we go past the 10, you find yourself, you're at 19 or 30 or whatever. When you realize that, just go back to 1. So it's just a sequence of 1 through 10 over and over and over for 20 minutes. Okay? During that time, what's going to happen is that you will have thoughts and desires that will come into your mind. And the idea here is to clear your mind. The main focus, or the main effect of meditation, is to clear your mind. So when those thoughts come in, just simply stop thinking about them. As soon as you realize you're thinking about something besides your breath, throw it out. Say, oh, nope, don't think about that. Focus on your counting. For some people, it helps the counting to say, I'm breathing in, 1, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, 2, I'm breathing out. But don't say it out loud, just say it in your head. So if you need to do that to keep those distracting thoughts from coming in, go ahead and do that. If you have things like, oh, you need to cough or you have an itch, well, that happens too. Go ahead and do it. It's much better to go ahead and go, oh, I need to itch, and to go ahead and scratch it, than to sit there thinking, oh God, this itch is driving me crazy. Oh, it's really bothering me. Or to try and stifle a cough, which, you could just go and cough rather than try and hold it in and be like, oh, cough, 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 cough. So, comfortable, 20 minutes without interruption, okay, breathing in and out. And for the first time, you will use this mudra up against you, and you will count on either the in or the out. After that 20 minutes is up, take 2, 3, 5 minutes, whatever you need, to kind of just, stand up, stretch, get the blood flowing back in your legs, whatever you need to do, and then do another 20 minutes. So I know for some of you who are parents, especially, getting 45 minutes without interruption may be hard, and it is acceptable for you to do one 20-minute session and then, later after the kids are in bed or whatever, do another 20, or maybe you do one night after the kids go to bed and then do it a second night after the kids go to bed. The difference between the two meditations, though, again, there's the hand position. So the first meditation, I want you to do this one, and in the second meditation, you're doing this one. You're also going to count differently in the second meditation. So in the first meditation, you are breathing in and out and counting 1, in and out and 2, and in and out and 3. Now on the second meditation, I want you to do in 1, out 2, in 3, out 4. So you're counting every in and out by itself. It's kind of a faster way. And we're going to see which works better for you. So that's all you need to do. But one final thing to help you out here. So once you have gotten your seated position and you have your hands in the right hand position, you want to start making some small circles with your body and making smaller and smaller and smaller ones. What you're doing here is dropping your spine on, your vertebrae, stacking them up one on top of the other so that you can line them up. So once you've got your vertebrae lined up and you stop making those circles, right, you can drop your head onto your spine. You see, you don't want to have your head too far back or too far forward. You want to drop it on the spine so that it can just kind of rest there, and you don't have to put effort and thought into holding your head up. Now, what about your eyes? Okay, well, I recommend you do it with your eyes closed. In the actual meditation halls, they stare at blank walls. They actually defocus their eyes, perhaps focus on a spot on the floor. And the reason is because if you are doing it for hours and your eyes are closed, it's easy to fall asleep. But you're going to be doing it for 20 minutes, so you probably won't fall asleep. And with your eyes closed, it's easier to concentrate on just your meditation, just your breathing. As far as your mouth, you want to put your tongue against the roof of your mouth, then close your mouth and swallow. And don't open your mouth. What happens is that creates a vacuum in your mouth and it prevents you from drooling. So, nobody wants to watch you drool. So it's a good idea. Now here you are, right? It is the right position you're sitting in. You've got the right mudra. You are, you have straightened your spine. You have closed your eyes and done what you need to do with your mouth. And so then you can begin. And for 20 minutes, you sit like that and you count. And again, then after 20 minutes, take a little break and then do another 20 minutes. I recommend that you shut off your phone, of course, but you might want to set a little timer on your phone for 20 minutes so that you don't go over. Sometimes people get very relaxed and comfortable in meditation and might want to go for a long time. So set your alarm. Find a ringtone, though, that is fairly mellow. You don't want something that's going to shock you out of it, right? So make some gentle sounds. If you're able to do the 2 20-minute sessions back to back, then set your alarm for something mellow, and then during the 5 minutes that you're kind of stretching and getting your blood back in your legs, try and stay in a peaceful state. In other words, don't leave the room and go yell at the kids or whatever. Just try and stay in that mellow state, and then see how that affects your second meditation if you're going into it with already a fairly relaxed state. So feel free to do it more than 2 20-minute sessions. Do it as many times as you want. I would like you to do it alone for the assignment. If you do it more than what is assigned, feel free to tell someone else how to do it and meditate with them. When you are done with your meditation, you need to go to the assignment that will have posted, and on that assignment page, you need to list where you did it. Don't just say at home. Tell me, in my bedroom, or, in the bathroom, in the bathtub, or, wherever, or I did it in my car. Also, the date and the time that you did it. So if you did it for one length of 2 20 minutes, then just the time that spent. If you had to break it up into 2 20-minute segments, give me those dates and times that you spent. So, you did it from 6 p.m. to 6:20, and then you did it from 8:30 to 8:40, or I guess it's 8:50, right? So just let me know when you did it and where you did it, and that will give you the credit for doing the exercise. This way, I don't have to watch you do it, and I actually don't have to make you send me pictures of you doing it, because that interrupts the meditation process. So you do the meditation, then you fulfill the assignment, which is worth 10 points, that says you did the meditation. Okay. Then find the assignment that is your meditation paper. And that is a response paper that's basically going to tell me what your experience was like. So don't spend a lot of time describing your surroundings, but you can give me an idea. I was in my room, I was on the floor, it was early morning, those kind of things. You can give me some brief descriptions, but it's a fairly short paper, only a couple of pages, so I don't want you to spend a lot of time telling me where you're at. I want to know how it felt. Did it feel weird? Did it feel good? Did you feel anything different? What was it like? This is about your personal experiences in trying meditation. So I will put more of those instructions with the actual assignment for your paper. But for now, what you need to do is remember, find the comfortable spot, have the pillows to sit on, get into the proper seated position, get the hand position, the mudra correct, narrow your spine or drop your spine onto the vertebrae, and then close your eyes, swallow with your tongue up against your mouth and your mouth closed, and begin. Enjoy.